Can't hear anything.
There we go. I think I accidentally muted myself. And in turn, I think Carolyn dropped off for a second. So what I want to share with you guys is that I often wear a couple of amazing things. And outside of having this awesome seamstress who does such amazing work for me, I actually go to Clothes Mentor and I buy quite a few things from Clothes Mentor. So I wanted to share with you guys the owner of the Rochester Hills. And honestly, guys, Clothes Mentor Rochester Hills is the best in Michigan. Her
Ew.
is just like rock star. So when you look at a lot of my fabulous handbags and jewelry and things like that, you're like, Chris, who's that girl? Like, where did you get them from? It's Clothes Mentor. So Carolyn, welcome to How to Say I Love You.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here and I'm interested to learn some things.
Okay, well, look, all I got to say is my special guest, which is he's actually on our men's show, which is Five F's to Love, Real Talk with the Men is quite interesting sometimes. But yeah, he'll be on like around 8:15. So no further ado, I'm going to play a little bit of your promo. And I did kind of some teasers because I want people to really be excited about what's happening over there at your store. So guys, I'm going to share with you a little bit about Clothes Mentor and Carolyn Webb.
This is Carolyn, Clothes Mentor Rochester Hills. How would you guys like a nice tour of our store? What is the hottest segment of retail right now? It is resale. I knew it was coming. That's why I left corporate America 4 years ago. Started this franchise, Clothes Mentor Rochester Hills. We have about 4,000 square feet of goodness for women. Some unisex items, so some items for men, women predominantly. I'm going to give you a quick tour today.
So that was the teaser. So stay tuned for the tour. I didn't want to give you too much in the beginning because I want you guys to know it's absolutely amazing and it's a must see. So Carolyn, before we go on the tour, I would like to, a lot of people ask me, how do you start a franchise and how do you even get into owning a consignment shop that sells luxury items? Can you share a little bit of that with us?
Absolutely. I did it the hard way and the less known path. I worked in corporate America for almost 25 years, fully funded my 401k, saved my money, and I self financed the business by leveraging my 401k to invest in myself. So I did the dream. I have no debt. I love resale. I've always loved resale, whether it's for children, my children, or myself. And so it's a natural path for me to go into. I care about the environment. We throw away so much. There's a lot of luxury to be had. And why spend thousands giving the designer the revenue when you can get it in the resale market at a fraction of the cost? And you have places like I have that take the time and care to go through and evaluate and price them great and pay fair for them.
You know, I'm going to tell you, oftentimes people say, well, I don't want to buy anything that's used or recycled or anything like that. Please tell them you guys pay so much attention. Anything I've ever bought from there, people really like. So my Burberry bag, which I absolutely love, and people ask me where I got it from, and it was like a brand new bag. That Burberry tote was amazing.
We've been accused of being too snooty with what we buy. And we don't say snooty, we say that we're highly selective. Our customers are discerning. So we want the best of the best. And if we're going to buy something that has a few more blemishes on it, guess what? We're going to pay less for it and we're going to price it lower. We want to have every price point. But to the ladies and gentlemen who want to spend top dollar, go spend that money because I need you to come sell it when you are tired of it so that I can have fabulous things. Go wear it once or twice and be photographed in it. Be on social media. That's okay with me. But for the ones who don't want to spend that top dollar, may not be able to, or like myself and Christine, why should you when you have places you can go get it? We're there for you. We have things that are brand new in store. We have Louis Vuittons that might be teased
Okay.
later, that are 2021 editions. They're from last year. They were literally carried once or twice. YSL bags, you name it, we have it, we get it. And if you're patient, it's going to come through the store. So why go spend all your money when you can go on vacation? I like
I'm going to
vacation.
tell you, you're 100%. There's nothing that I was ever looking for that you didn't have in your store. And I'm going to tell you, there's nothing. I've never gone there and not found. But the thing is, I think a lot of times too, people are looking for something specifically for an occasion and they want a certain BSBG bag or Gucci bag. No, you have to go in there and just be open to finding something amazing. It's like going on a treasure hunt, right? So
It
I'm gonna
is.
you'll miss the opportunities if you're going in there just focused on I need this particular Gucci bag. So what happens when people come in there and say, do you have another one or a third one? I love when that happens because I've been in there a few times. It's interesting.
We tell them to be patient, to follow us on social media. We put the good stuff out, we post it. We have a few handful of customers that are really good customers that will sit and tell you they'll be dreaming of a bag. They can't find it in the stores. For example, this Louis Vuitton Nano, it's a cute little duffel bag. It is sold out worldwide. We had
Yeah.
one brand new in the store.
Yep.
So it's a part be patient, part be open to other ideas. And then we help ladies and gentlemen understand that it might be the hot bag, but do you want to have the bag that everyone else has, or do you want a classic bag that no one else is going to have so that yours stands out? So we try to expand your mind to not be stuck on just that one item.
You know what? And I'm going to tell you, that's one of the things that I 100% love about you. Every time I walk in there, I love classic pieces, especially those vintage Chanel's and Gucci and Louis Vuittons. And you guys, you have a bag in there that I want right now. It's in the promo, everybody. So if you buy it, that's okay. I'm sure she'll get another one. But one of the things that I really absolutely love is when you guys just have those beautiful vintage pieces that you just can't find anywhere else. And that's the thing that I always tell people, why don't you just be patient? Give it a minute. It's going to pop up over there. So when you started your business, and I know every year around Valentine's Day and Christmas, you get flooded with guys wanting to buy these luxury items, which they think they cannot find anywhere else. So around this time of the year, what does that look like for you when you're trying to ship things out and you're getting luxury items in while you're checking them in, and then you're working with customers coming in the store?
So I spend a lot of time going to the bank because we do buy a lot of items. Our hot times of year are between October and through Valentine's Day. And so we want to be prepared and have the money available so that we can make all of these purchases. We try to kind of concentrate our releases. So February 1st, we released a whole Treat Yourself series, whether you're looking to give that special gift to show that you love someone without actually having to tell them. They have a bag, but they've never bought a wallet and they really want a
Right.
wallet. So what we do is we try to buy as many of the bags that we have and to feature them so that you know what's available in the store. So we do Facebook Lives, we post, we do reels, lots of different ways to interact with us. And you can always come into the store. We can't put 100% online because quite honestly, we don't have the staff, but we try to put as many. But when you come in the store, you will be amazed at the quality, the caliber, and the variety of items that we have available, from everyday designers all the way up through your Gucci, your Louis, your Chanel. We have Gucci shoes, we have Chanel boots, we have Gucci boots. The variety of what you
You
can find
do.
in resale is amazing right now.
I'm going to tell you, you have everything and anything. And I think sometimes people think I'm joking with them when I show them the pieces that I've gotten from Clothes Mentor. So I want you guys to see the amazing things that she has. So we're going to go to her commercial so you guys can get kind of a little teaser of what's out there and something that you could purchase just to say, I don't know, I love you.
Día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer, ¿qué será? por todo yo brindo, desde lo feo hasta lo lindo. Tú eres una prueba que el mundo a mí nunca me brindó. Quería casarme, yo tan loco en ilusionarme, creyendo en tus besos y tus caricias. La verdad no fue el culpable. Ay, todo tiene un propósito y dejarme será solo uno más. Siempre a medias no he logrado encontrar mi otra mitad. El tiempo dirá, el tiempo dirá. Y cuando la encuentre de ti no me voy a acordar. El día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí?
Oh my gosh, Carolyn, you had a couple items I didn't see when I was at the store. Okay, so I want to tell you guys, she has absolutely amazing items. A lot of times she's unisex items, where you guys can get in some high-end items. I'm going to tell you right now, she's got some amazing luxury sneakers in there. And I think, are they unisex, the sneakers?
They are. I mean, European sizing is unisex. We have some that are a little bit more masculine and others that are completely feminine. But yes, we have a lot of sneakers. We have Louis Vuitton sneakers, Gucci sneakers. We have Yeezys. We have a couple pair of Balenciagas.
No,
So
look, you, my brother's going like this. He's like, that eyebrow went up like, does she have Yeezys? She does. And Roz, thanks for joining the show. Roz said, wow, impressive. Roz, we
Thank
have
you.
to do a whole lunch date out there, honey, because you would love it. When I say to you, she has the most amazing, she had this beautiful Chanel that I wanted. And I'm going to tell you, it took everything I had not to purchase that bag because I already have a Chanel. Actually, I have two Chanels. But I was just like, it was just so beautiful. She has a pair of Chanel boots out there, not my size. They were in the promo, the burgundy ones. They're absolutely amazing. But Carolyn, I cannot believe what you have in your store. It is rock star. And I want to say thank you so much for taking the time. I know you had a long work day. You're also a super mom. You know, I'm going to brag about your kids right now. I just want to let you guys know she's an amazing African-American entrepreneur out in Rochester Hills. Her husband is a rock star. Her baby girl, I love her most, but we won't tell the other two that. Tell them don't watch this podcast and they'll know that I have favorites. But her son is such an amazing guy. He's going into IT, but the biggest hoo-ha is that he was accepted to MIT, which I totally think makes her like super rock star mom, but not even, you know, her daughter, she's really a supermodel who's a doctor. So I don't even know how you supermodel who's a doctor. I don't know. But she's as amazing. What college does she attend?
She's at Vanderbilt University.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to hear you say that because you smile when you say it.
I do. Very proud of my children. I didn't scar them.
I want to say you did Rockstar, right, Mike?
Absolutely.
Absolutely amazing job. And just to let you know, Roz has already said, she said, let's go. We're going to make a whole lunch date out of it. We're coming out to Rochester Hills to see you. So everyone else.
I just wanted to say really, really quick before you cut her off, that Christine, my sister, she is always, I'm the type of person where, if I can't get the actual Louis, I don't want it. And she completely revolutionized my way of thinking about that whole thing. And to see the pieces that she has, the bags that she has, the shoes that she has, and everywhere she goes, people are like, oh my God, like where'd you get, the Fendi boots and the Chanel, this, that, the other, and the things that she does, with them, it's so amazing. So anyone who's, has that, that air about yourself, like, trust me, just let it go, because my sister, she goes everywhere she goes, she looks absolutely amazing, and people, want to know where she got the stuff, or even though she won't tell them, she wants to know where she got it from.
Michael, aren't you surprised I shared one of my secrents with everybody?
I truly am. I was like, wait a minute, this is because I remember that Rose on a couple of FaceTime calls. I was like, well, you pulling out the big guns, but that's good though, because people don't know. People need to know that.
I know. And as soon as you mentioned Easy's and something so wildless, thank you so much for joining us. He said, what is the address to the store? Go ahead, Carolyn.
It is 1180 South Rochester Road. So Rochester Road North, and you can't miss us. It's before you get downtown Rochester. So it's a quick drive from most suburbs. We'd love to have all of you come in, and definitely follow us on social media. I think you'd be surprised at the items that we get into the store.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys just Google Clothes Mentor Rochester Hills, she comes up. Just Google Clothes Mentor Rochester Hills, and she's going to pop up. And her address also is in all the promos we're running for her tonight. So, Carolyn, thank you so much for taking the time to come on. I know you're like super, super busy, and you have to work tomorrow as well. So tell everybody, tell the family I said hey. And
I will.
Be sure just to, if you anything you want to add, you can always leave in comments for us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter.
Perfect. And I'll share. Thank you, guys.
Post. Thank you, Carolyn.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Okay, guys, so I just want to say we have a couple things coming up where you can see some more of what Carolyn has to offer at Clothes Mentor. So be sure to pay attention. Is anything that you want, you can also find it on her website. If you go to her store and you Google her, it's going to come up. Well, let me just tell you, ladies, I know all the time you're outraged by some of the things he says, but you know he is one of my favorites, so I got to welcome him in. Hey, Cedric.
What type of segue is that?
It is a segue.
Segue is that? Well,
Cedric, when you come on, it's like, okay, are we doing hot topics? I'm going to tell you right now, guys. Cedric said to me, why are you bringing me on the show to talk about how to say I love you? I just want to be clear. Cedric said that to me. And Cedric, can you tell him what you said after I said that to you?
Yeah, bend over. What a better way to tell your man I love you. Simple. It ain't rocket science. It ain't rocket science. That's how you say I love you. Especially for like Valentine's Day.
That's it? Just that one thing? That's all we have to do?
That's just not it, of course. But I'm just saying, we all grown, and chasing the careers and opportunity. Your time gets short. Two ships passing in the night. Okay, get my attention. Bend over.
But you know what, Cedric? But you just made a point that a lot of people are working, a lot of people are busy, and that's one thing people don't think about is what is the one thing that person wants, not what you want, but what that person wants. So to your point,
it's a segue.
To your point, Cedric, what you're saying, basically, if a woman's working hard all day, and it's Valentine's Day and she didn't get you a gift, your attitude is what? What are you saying to her?
Just come out with that darn outfit, the garter belts, the stockings, the high heels, the show, the performance. That, yes, all of that. That's I love you. That's taking time. That's putting in work. And that man is doing the same thing, putting in that work. Because we miss each other.
Anissa said, what are some good gift ideas for men that you've recently started dating? And not for Cedric to answer.
Here we go.
That's the shade again.
Oh my God. Okay.
I ain't saying nothing.
Honestly, some great gift ideas. And so let me ask you, Cedric, I'm going to ask Mike. Mike, what would be something that you would want when you first started dating somebody? Like you really don't know them that well, so you don't want to go all the way out, but you want to get them something pretty nice.
Shirts, hats, gloves, ties, handkerchiefs.
Now this is what we're giving, or this is what we want. What was the question?
Yes, it's what a person would buy you if you guys just started dating. But she said not for you to answer, Cedric.
I'm not answering. I was just getting clarity to the question. So.
Yeah, I think I would say insignificant, but that's what they're taken as. But yeah, shirts, hats, gloves, ties, business, some type of pen or something like that.
I think too, like to be totally honest, I mean, if I buy a shirt or a hat, it's going to be a high-end designer one. So to me, I don't think that the gift is what it is. It's just the type of person you are and how people see you. Like for me, I think I was dating somebody for I'm going to say maybe about 6 or 7 months. And I think one of these holidays came up and I got him a pair of Gucci cufflinks. But that's just me. I thought Gucci cufflinks were nice for him because he wore suits every day.
Yeah.
It was probably a high ticket item, right? So like Cedric, honestly, I'm always afraid to ask you a question because I know you might say something.
This is very, very simple. Very, very simple. And you would not be surprised. Candles.
I was going to say that. I said, I love a good candle.
Candles.
Cedric loves candles.
That's it.
Not the fake ones. He teases me about fake candles, but real candles.
Actual live fire.
And I'm going to tell you that's very true. Okay, so guys, what I want to do right now is I want to take a quick break and I want to share with you a very amazing singer. And not because she's a really good friend of mine, but because I think she's just an amazing singer in general. You guys may not know she has a perfume and a cologne line. So it'd be great if you would go by. And what's the website, Mike? The Mesa store.
The Mesa store. I'm thinking of Carolyn Webb.
Don't be asking me no questions.
I can't stand you guys. All right, so let's take a look.
Never knew time well spent would reap such sweet nourishment. Never knew if we looked we would see. I never guessed you and me. Never knew that this could be. Can't believe the strength in words we have found. Strength, soft words, the sweetest melody to my ear. With every little word you're giving me, strength and soft words.
All right, guys, so you got a little teaser of one of Mesa's new songs, and I would love for you guys to go to her website and purchase it. Again, she's a really good friend of mine. I think she's just rock star amazing. But what do you think, Cedric? Because you're like a really kind of music guy. What did you think about that?
Oh, you cannot lose in Mesa, period. So whatever she comes out with is going to be high quality, soothing, eclectic, funky, jazzy, soulful, gospel, all the above. All the emotions ride her waters whenever she sings.
And it really is. And if you guys didn't know that, Mike, tell them please what they're all missing when Mesa goes live on her Facebook every single
they are karaoke. Oh my God. Yeah, she does a little bit of everything. It's so comical. And just to see her like in her kitchen. I think she's done a couple live shows too.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. You can call in and do songs with her. It's
that's cool.
Definite time to remember.
That's cool.
She's just absolutely amazing, and we definitely love her. Like I told Mike, I was going to share with you guys her combination set that she had given me, but it's a personal gift, so I won't show it because I'm afraid someone might ask for it. So I'm not going to share it. I just want to be clear on that.
I didn't see. Is that the album with the lollipop?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Kristen, if you're not going to share something, don't even speak on it. All right.
Okay, so Cedric, I do have to ask you a question. Valentine's is coming up, and what a lot of people may not know about you is that one, you're an amazing cook, and we're really good friends. But I'm going to tell you, and I've said this before, you're an amazing cook. When I come over, you set out at least 50 candles. It's candles all over your place. The
real
candles, amazing wine, real candles. So I'm going to say you are like, to me, you're the most romantic guy, and people may not know that about you because you're very direct in your communication, but you're extremely romantic. But can you share with the guys something simple that they can do for a woman that would make her feel loved and appreciated? Because you're that guy.
Thank you. And it's not hard as folks would think. Hold on a second. So let me see here. Okay, where am I? Can you see the candles?
Oh my gosh, that's it.
Nice.
It's beautiful, Cedric.
Hold on.
That's,
No,
by
so
the
I'm
way,
just
folks, that's on the way. That's all the time.
yeah. So the thing is, just take time out, get your focal points, and spread them out. You can't go wrong with natural fire, light anyway. So just be creative, have fun, get some candles, get some incense or whatever, spread them out. Soft music, nice intoxicating drink, and that evening will scream, "I love you."
Ross says, say what?
Yeah, Cedric.
I know, Ross, you would never know that he is such the romantic. And when I say you, he does that for me, and I'm a really good friend of his. I'm very sure that the things happened at after dinner is probably just as romantic. And I don't know what's happened after dinner because I've never gotten that. I can only tell you as one of his friends, I've heard about it. And I don't know what women are waiting on, but all I heard is some oils involved. You know, it's some oils. She said,
So Chrissy,
ride.
if I can say what she say.
She said, yeah, and they bend over.
Basically. But Chris,
Yes.
I have to say you are doing your audience a vast disservice. Okay.
Really?
You on here and we like, talking about lions, tigers, and bears and everything. And these women want to know how to get their man engaged for Valentine's Day.
Well, that's the whole thing, Cedric. That's why.
Where's the stripper dance teacher at? Where's she at? Where's the stripper dance teacher at to show these ladies how to work a pole? If not a pole, at least a mop stick or refrigerator handle.
Right. This is what I'm talking about. So you're saying I should have had a stripper on tonight?
Yes. To show them ladies how to drop it. That's what the husbands want to see. She ain't dropped it in 20 years.
You know, Roz is not playing that. Roz said Valentine's Day is for women.
It's for whatever works. It's for whatever works at that moment. And you gonna get yours by giving me what I need, Roz. So you dance a little bit, and it's gonna be.
And she said, not a mop stick. She said, not a mop stick.
Hey, and I mean one of them old school mops, with the little metal bottom, with the goddamn mop that's so heavy, you'll knock somebody out with it if it's wet. Yeah, old school mop stick. That's sturdy.
Roz says she's not going for it. She says Sweetie's Day is over.
No,
Okay.
no. We both dance for each other, Roz. Stop that, okay?
So you know what?
Stop being greedy. Stop being greedy, Roz. Stop being greedy.
Is that the way is Sweetie's Day is for men and Valentine's is for women?
Yeah, supposedly, but Hallmark started it all, so I say do whatever you want to do. That's what I say. Whatever works, okay?
Okay, so you know what? That is the question. I think like even for Sweetie's Day, women expect gifts and exchanges as well as Valentine's Day. And I guess that can be a little confusing. So which one is which?
It don't matter. Once again, you just make sure your significant other. What she say? Men.
It means make women want to.
That's right. Jump on the pole.
That's true. That's true. That's true, Roz. I give you that. Everything is based on one's motivation. That's no doubt.
Okay, so you know what? When we talk about one's motivation, we definitely want to take a look at how we motivate people to look at what we have in stores. So what I want to do is take you guys back over here to Close Mentor, and let's take a look at what's happening in the store.
Día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? Y por todo yo brindo, desde lo feo hasta lo lindo. Tú eres una prueba que el mundo a mí nunca me brindó. Quería casarme, yo tan loco en ilusionarme, creyendo en tus besos y tus caricias. La verdad no fue el culpable. Ay, todo tiene un propósito y dejarme.
Okay, so if you saw something in that you wanted to purchase from Close Mentor, you guys know what to do. She's in Rochester Hills, and all you have to do is Google Clothes Mentor in Rochester Hills. If you do live out of the state, she's already stated that she will mail you the items that you find at online or at her store. So again, you can't beat that, right? Where you can actually get some designer wares and you don't have to live in the state. So Cedric, for you, I got a couple questions for you because I'm starting to get concerned with your whole concept behind Bend That Thing Over. And you know my Teamsters, they're not letting it go at all either.
Okay, what's up? Okay, what's up?
Okay, so big picture, right? If you are dating someone, and I want to be clear, guys, Cedric comes off like this guy who's like really, you know, doing all of that chit chat, but he's really not. He's really the sweetest person. Roz is like basically after the promo, she said, let's go shopping because she's thinking that stuff over there is rock star. Anissa said, back in the day, we had the slow jam mixtapes. What is your playlist now? What's your playlist? You know what? His playlist is kind of cute too.
I still use it. Pandora has some nice stations. I started with the Isley Brothers. What's the song? For the Love of You, and LTD on Pandora. Amazing. I get the Shy Lights, the Enchantments, Temptations. Then it'll give me some Shaka Khan, a little bit. You know, I've molded the station to to suit myself, but that's my go-to.
Did you say a little Shaka Khan?
Yeah. They cover everybody. And then for the down and dirty, I just say play Tank dirty explicit version, and they create a whole nother station. That's a different party.
I'm going to tell you, you know what? You're right about that with that whole Tank thing because Tank is pretty hot. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Cedric, where are you at on that?
You never asked the question.
Well, Cedric, my question to you is, I mean, are you still doing playlists? What's up?
Playlists?
Yeah, you still doing playlists?
You know what my playlist is? It's all over the place. I mean, because me being not real, because me, being in the music and having my own festival, I have to give everybody something of what they want. But what I'm gonna do is give it to them from areas they never expected in ways they never heard before.
Right.
So I try to find like different artists that can take what they knew and make it something different. Yeah. So my playlist reflects all that. So I mean, yeah, from like Snarky Puppy to Moonchild, who are like my favorite, down to like house, hip hop. Yeah, so all over the place.
I don't think people even know what that is. So
They don't.
Carlito, Dramatics, Marvin Luther, of course. What do you think about those playlists?
Those are classics, but that's too slow for me. That's not my musical style. But I respect all those artists, but I won't be playing them. No.
Oh, you wouldn't play those?
No, that's not my musical style. I respect them, but I ain't playing them. No, I'm on something else.
Wow, that's like interesting because I'm going to tell you a lot of times when I look at the type of music that I like and the things that I'm interested in, it does kind of waver between a couple different genres for me, and that's where I think a lot of times people get a little lost. But before I go any further, I want to make sure that we capture this. Ross says, are the designer items authentic? Yes, they are. Everything is authenticated. Someone brought in a couple times, like I know for sure, like it was supposed to be Gucci necklaces or something, and she sent them back and said, no, these are not real. So she does get everything authenticated, and if you do purchase an item and if you find out that it's not real, you can bring it back to the store. So she's very fair about that. And then Ross said that, yes, she agreed with Mike with the slow jams. So, I don't think a lot of times, think that people know what people are listening to as far as music. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes that can be a conflict in a relationship.
Oh, most definitely. Yes. DJs can like clear a floor. That conflict there can clear a bedroom.
And I'm going to tell you, it can clear a bedroom because I remember and I do recall back in the day, of course, when you do date outside of your race, what they consider love music or romantic music may be a lot different than your perspective. And so you need to kind of talk about that
Yeah,
stuff.
because they trying to get choked. So it's that music will make you want to choke somebody. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Why would you say that? No, he liked opera,
I
Italian
know what kind of music
opera.
that. I know what kind of music that is. Yeah,
No,
but
he loved
we
Italian
smoother than
opera.
that, okay? We smoother
Yeah,
than that over here.
but I think that's definitely so. I know, like in relationships, a lot of times people want to figure out some of the ways to say "I love you" without really saying it. So, what is something that you would do, Cedric, just to show somebody? And I know some of the things that you've done. Like you have sent somebody what 3 dozen roses or something. All like you've done some really dramatic things that people wouldn't think that you would do. Like you've done it.
No, and the interesting part about that is what the wildest things that you could think of. The bottom line is it don't cost you no money. It's just creative thought, putting time and giving something to somebody from a different angle that they never seen before,
Right.
whatever. If she loves poetry, write her a poem,
Wow.
recite it at her job or whatever. Something that she wouldn't expect. That don't cost you nothing, and that will last a lifetime.
You know,
So,
Ross said awesome, and Carlitos Way say absolutely. I'm going to tell you, you're so right in that sense because I find that a lot of times people think buying the gift is what matters, but I think when it comes from your heart, and a lot of, and I'm be telling you, you have women who, if you gave them something from your heart, they're going to look at you like, okay, is that the intro to the real gift? Where's the real gift? That was cute, thank you, but where's the real gift? So what do you say to
exactly.
women who give you that type of pause? And I'm going to tell you, I'm the kind of person, if people look at me and may think that they need to buy some high-end thing, if I came home and it was a candlelit table with dinner and you're the dessert, I would be more excited to get that than a Louis Vuitton bag. Because I can buy a Louis Vuitton bag, but I can't get that. So I think, like you said, when a person thinks of what's important to you, it's just so mind-boggling. It's so touching.
How's that mind-boggling though?
Because a lot of times when you're busy every day, um, you don't know that the person's thinking of you and they remember all the things that you like. And I'll be honest with you, and everyone who watches this podcast knows that I don't cook. And I'm going to tell you, every guy that I've dated has really taken really good care of me. There was this guy that I dated, I kid you not. Every time I went to his house, he used to make me this special drink. And at first I kept starting, like, what is the special drink about? But I had grown to love the drink. But then he would make dinner. And to me, I had a long day. And for you to think that much of me to make this special drink for me, and then you would make dinner for me, that was like so loving. He didn't even have to say, I really cared about you. He
And
showed
you know
me
what?
right over there.
Let me pause you right there because that was a great statement that I hope sisters get. Because the easiest thing for a man with means to do is to buy you.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing with men with money to do is spend money on you. But you was like, it could have been something that he did at home that would have meant so much more because now it's personal.
Yeah.
You see. So yeah, and so but society is like, Dubai, go shopping, all that fancy, shiny stuff that really ain't even pure gold. So it don't last long.
It doesn't
It's what
last long.
it's what you just spoke about, that interconnection, that
Yeah.
respect, that willingness to be a fool for you.
And
Okay.
what you just said, the willingness to be a fool for you is just right at the top. And I'm going to tell you the things that guy did for me, I never thought anybody would do for me, ever. And so he made me feel like I was a rock star. And I really love that about him. I thought he was just an absolutely amazing guy for making me feel that way. But again, you don't get that all the time.
You know what? When we were much younger, of course, but still, it was still tinkering around. You were a young adult, But one things that men with money and without money could always do to show their love for their girlfriend is to go by and wash their car by hand.
You know what? Back in the day, you're right. That was the thing to do.
That was
Go
our badge of
by and wash-
honor, though, to wash your girl's car by hand.
Exactly. You could go wash your girl's car. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you right now,
That got
in
you
this
brownie
modern
points,
day,
boy.
I'm still that girl. I think they could wash my car right now, and you getting points. We're gonna keep it real. I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep it. I try to be honest with people because I'm just a simple person. I think a lot of times people look at you and they think that you're not, and they just kind of miss it. They miss it from the beginning. So what I want to do, guys, with you, give me 1 second. I want to share with you. We were talking about some of the things that she has going on at her store, and I want to take you guys on a virtual tour of her store. So give me 1 second so I can set that up. And Cedric, I'm going to tell you that people in general miss it when they don't look at where people are in the space and what they're doing and understanding who you're talking to. Because again, I think a lot of times we miss it. And I don't know if we're intentionally missing it, but we're missing it. And I'll say something.
They're missing it because they don't recognize it. And if they don't recognize it, they don't fit with you anyway. So keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Like that old saying goes, if it don't fit, don't force it. So if you missing it and it's ever so obvious, that's
right.
on you.
That is on you. Okay.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to share. I keep forgetting that I run 2 different systems at one time and I want to share with you guys, but you can't see what I'm sharing because I'm actually on another frame. So I'm going to have
Chris,
to do
and Chris, and
yes.
if nobody has said it today, let me say it. My
Yes.
sister, you were doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you. You know,
A phenomenal job.
I try to. I work really hard, and I
You
think
were
my
a bad girl.
I'm a bad girl. Well, I appreciate that. Can you guys see what I'm sharing with you?
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you
That's
share?
a logo, right?
No. Oh, you can see the heart?
I mean, it's like the 5F, the heart, the whatever.
No. That's the wrong thing. I'm not sharing the right thing. Give me 1
Okay.
second. No.
Okay.
I think this one over here.
It's mostly black and red, yeah. Okay, now it's back to us.
And Cedric, thank you for that. I think sometimes when I'm in the middle of what I'm doing every day, I really don't take time to kind of breathe and think about everything that's happening. And I should, but I don't.
That's understandable because it's on you to do it. So that's understandable. So it's on the people who love you to remind you on how great you are.
Oh, thank you, Cedric.
And that's what I'm doing because you're doing a phenomenal job. You know, I've been like watching the commercials. Your production is on point.
I'm gonna tell you, I often get upset at my production, but okay, I'm gonna say thank you because I often get upset at my
There's
own
always
production.
room to grow, but you know what I'm saying. But you got it together though. You know what I'm saying?
I try to keep it together. I really do.
A little tweak here, twerk there. That's all that is.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at the tour. Thank you. We're gonna take a look at some of the things that you can and I hope. Give me 1 second. I hope I did this right. Give me 1 second, everybody. Let me stop sharing real quick. I want to stop sharing and then I'm going to reshare because I want to make sure I click that you guys can hear the volume in what I'm sharing with you. And I did not.
Still live? Are we still live?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're still live.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're still live. All right, so here we go. We're going to take a look at a presentation that's put together so we can take you guys on a tour of the store. It's ways to say that I love you.
You enter the store, and yes, we are sanitized and safe. We are all styled and prepped for ladies as they get ready to work out and then go on those Valentine's dates, either with their girlfriends, themselves, or just with their beau. So your standard store, we have over 15,000 items, everything that a woman needs. We take care to screen every single item and evaluate them. We pay cash for them. So we are very popular this time of year. Good to know is we believe in self-love. We believe in sharing love. And the best and most popular section of our store is back here. These are our designer items. You'll see some nice red, lovely items that are perfect to gift to yourself or gift to others. So how do we show love? Without saying words, we do it through taking care of our planet. So repurposing and reusing some of these lovely items that we all have in our homes so that they can have a new life for someone else. From a gift perspective, why don't you go ahead and buy that wallet to go with the handbag you know she worked so hard for, or that you work so hard for? Everybody loves a matching set. So here are some of our men's and women's sneakers, designer coats and wears, our everyday designer handbags, some of our unisex clothing items, and then we call this our Tower of Shoes designer. As you can see, we have Gucci, we have Chanel, we have Christian Louboutin red bottoms. Cinderella slippers, how about that? Cinderella slippers, come in and get your perfect shoe to fit your foot. And if that wasn't enough, we have clothing. So we are very organized by collection. This is our designer collection, our designer shoe collection, boots collection. Within each collection, we are organized by size and then by color. For the budget conscious, we even have a clearance section. We have a clearance sale going on. Expecting? We got you covered. Guys, when you come, we have a nice, lovely leather couch for you to sit down while your ladies try on things in our fitting rooms, which have their own chandeliers, of course. So these are our rows, everything from dresses to skirts to pants to jeans to outerwear to footwear, even some higher end expensive jewelry like Pandora. You can come in and make that great Pandora bracelet. We have many options from the bracelet size to charms. We have Brighton jewelry. We have Lily Pulitzer. We have Michael Kors. We have Coach. We have a little bit of everything. We'd love to host you. So come on in, looking for some Yeezys. We've got some Yeezys. Looking for some lovely Gucci gym shoes. We got those too. There's a bunch of Nikes also. So this is our tour of our store. I'm going to give you one more quick peek at our designer wall. We'd love for you to stop on by, either to treat yourself or to buy something and give it another life and save a bunch of money in the process and save the planet.
Okay, so what did you think about that? That's one of my hot spots.
Yeah, that's you. It's like labels all day and night. That's you. You are a label sporter. That's you all day.
I just want to say, Anissa says, I like the twin set, either a matching wallet and a purse or a purse and a tote bag. You can get them there. And again, if you live out of state, she will do some shipping. Carlitos Way says he says it like it is. She was talking about you, Cedric, and that's true, Cedric, you do. And that's one of the things I love about you. We have real conversations. So Anissa says an amazing gift is one that shows they've paid attention to your past conversations, maybe flowers in your favorite color or your favorite dessert. What does that mean? Like, you agree with her?
No. Yes. Great point. I totally agree. Yes. Yeah. So, great point.
And I'm going to tell you that is huge. Any guy who's dated me, I've often said to them, I like white and yellow roses. I don't like red. So on Valentine's Day, I either want white or yellow. I don't want red.
So let me pose a question to you, my sister. May I?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't cook. Okay. You're always busy.
Yes.
You're a label fanatic. So what could you do to show your man you love him without buying something?
Did you say label fanatic?
Yes, you are.
This is not a designer that I
And
have
you
on
know
right
you
now.
are. You be
Not a
dropping names like
designer.
bombs, boy. Have a
Okay,
Chanel
let me take
bag.
that
Have
back.
this bag.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you. I think my earrings might be Louis Vuitton. I'm gonna tell
I
you
got
that too.
it.
But the shirt is not, and it's fabulous. This is a fabulous shirt. It's
Now
not. It's
answer the
not a
question.
designer. Okay, what?
Oh my God. Okay, what? Okay. I said
Okay,
so outside of buying a guy or like,
yeah.
buying something of extravagant, what could you do creatively to let your man know you love him?
Okay, so one of the things that I do, and I'm big on this, is that I like to send really awesome text messages. And I'm like one of those teasers. I'm a big teaser, like during the day teaser while you're at work. And I send a lot of sexual text messages, things that
Mm,
make you want to hurry
mm,
and get home to me.
mm.
I'm that girl. And then
Okay.
I love to like, so I am one of the things that my son has always told me, I'm good at making sandwiches and salads. So if I have to make you lunch, I make like gourmet sandwiches and I put little notes inside the lunch bag that when you open it, it says something pretty naughty that'll hurt and get you home to me. Right. So I'm that naughty conversation
I
girl.
like that. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay.
And let me, because I
Okay.
can't cook, I do stuff like I will get a bunch of candles and play some nice, sexy music. And when you walk through the door, it's like dessert.
And like my girl Rise said, ultimately bend over. At the end of the night, it's gonna all come down to that. Assume the position.
You know what? So Carolyn, by the way, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone is so impressed with the items at your store. Carolyn says, I agree, pay attention to the small things without being told. And that's really big.
Yes, I
It's
love
the
that
small
one.
things. So
I love
because I
that one.
can't cook, and to your point, because I can't cook, one of the things that I often do is I go out of my way to make the guy feel special. I'm great about doing massages, hand massages. I'm really great with that kind of stuff. So Cedric, although I can't cook, I do all these other little awesome things. Like you don't have, if you ever mention to me something, by the next time you see me, I have it.
See,
Like
that's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
make
talking about.
sure that you have what
That's
it
what
is
I'm talking
you're asking
about.
for. So yeah, I mean, I make up for the fact that I can't cook, Cedric. Okay,
Hey,
cut
you
me some
get
break
10
already.
points.
I get
You
10
get 10
points, girl.
points.
Cedric, you know you crack me up. I should be getting more than 10 points.
I
Okay.
can only give you 10. I mean, 10 out of 10.
So let me tell you, if it's something we want to leave people with tonight about how to say I love you, what would you say to a guy or to a woman out there and to communicate how to say I love you?
Learn that the unknown is always intriguing,
Yeah.
more than the usual. Talk, led by your mindset, your mood, or your emotions, and let it pour like rain. And people will connect with that authenticity and rawness and appreciate it. Be like, you know what? They got to love me to open up like that.
Wow, you know, Cedric, you say a lot of stuff to me that I think is just like transitional conversations, but that was like mind blowing. Carolyn, we had a blast with you as well, and thank you so much for coming on. Carolyn, you're welcome to come back anytime. Cedric, I'm going to say to you, one of the things I tell you is very heartbreaking for people is when you extend yourself to someone and they don't receive it in the way that you extend
Mm-hmm.
it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
extremely heartbreaking. And I just want to say, when you go through that, you need to step back and see if you read the signs or the communications the way you thought. You
Mm-hmm.
need to step back. I don't think it's that person. I think you need to understand. And a lot of times, in some instances, men can give mixed signals just like women can give mixed signals, right?
No doubt.
But
No doubt.
right, but you need to always think about yourself and protect your heart and know that when you're extending yourself, that's because that's what you want to do. You can't hold someone else accountable for your actions or decision making, right? And I think a lot of times,
Everything,
go ahead.
everything ain't for everybody.
Exactly. But I think people have unrealistic expectations around Valentine's Day. They really
Yeah,
do. Yeah,
that's because they fall into the hype, all that crap. I mean,
right,
no, I mean, so but the thing is, just be real, be authentic to your truth, and be
right.
bold enough to speak that truth and not play games with people. Either you with it or you ain't.
But you know what, Cedric? A lot of people are not that upfront or honest. And that's where a lot of people are getting
There
to a
lies the
lot of
problem right
these
there. Yes,
situations.
you're right.
Yeah. And I mean, all, transparency, I've gotten caught up in that. And so I'm just going to say sometimes you get so caught up in one moment that they share with you that you think that that's what they're saying. You're not really listening to the rest of the song that they're playing because you got hooked up on that one.
No, I
You know
know
what I mean? You got hooked
that
up, and
one
that happens
line.
to all of us. That one little thing. Carolyn said, listen to what they are not doing or buying for themselves and surprise him or her with something that their heart desires, but they will not do for themselves. That is so true. Like,
Yes, that's
listen
another
to what
good one.
somebody was saying.
That's a
So the
great
bottom
one.
line, if you have a guy and you're dating a girl and they're asking about Yeezys, well, then you need to go see Carolyn over at Rochester Hill Clothes Mentor because she's got some Yeezys. She's got some Louis Vuitton sneakers over there. You know what I mean? And the thing is that Carlito's Way said, listening is the best way to say I love you for every day of the year. You can't pay attention to the small things if you're not listening. And that's so true.
Yes, yes. Ding,
That's
ding, 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 ding.
exactly. We talk about that a lot because you and I, we talk about our personal lives constantly. And one of the things I think that we say all the time is we do these gestures or we say these things and we're like, is the other person really hearing us? Do they
So,
really understand our intent?
so if I can say this right quick, because I'm
Yeah.
so enjoying the sisters and the ladies of your audience chiming in. So I just want to tell them, like right now, whatever, go find that old mop stick. Bring that mop stick into your bedroom. And your husband or man gonna think like,
Where is
did you
Roz?
steal something or whatever? And I want you to start dancing with that there mop stick like it's a pole and you're in Vegas and what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Do it like that. And thank me
You
later.
know what? I can't take it. Why do you keep talking about this mop stick?
No, because it'll balance them. Because some of them like gain weight, you know what I'm saying? So all this like new technology, they're breaking it in half. That old mop stick is gonna hold them up.
All I gotta say is, I don't even know what your mindset is. And people say, how can Cedric go from being the sweetest person to this guy? And the only thing I can tell you is, Anissa said, and Anissa cracks me up. Are those praying hands or is her hand over her face? I don't even know. But either way, Anissa, you already know. And Carlito's Way, Carolyn said, yes, Carlito, she agrees with you. Carlito's Way just said, because everybody ain't got a pole. That's what she said.
Right. That mop stick come in handy.
What's wrong with y'all? Don't agree with him. Why would you agree with Cedric?
That
I
mop
got
stick
so
come in
hard.
handy. Kick your leg up and hold that mop stick. It'll hold you up now. It'll hold you up.
You know what? So basically, you're saying the best way to say I love you is just to get a broomstick and bend over.
Bottom line.
Well,
No. Be that freak. Be that fantasy. Be that stripper. Because most married men, corporate men, leave work, go to a titty bar, get drunk, go home, and maybe smash their wife or whatever. But the thing is, why is he there and not home? Because the wife ain't giving it to him like that. Be the fantasy. Be the freak. Be the stripper. Be the old school skeezer.
For one night. That's a
Be
one
a
night only.
skeezer for your man.
For one night only. Is that a one night only thing?
Whenever he deserves it.
Whenever he
Up to you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's ours, but it's y'all's. But if we married, it's mine too. You got duties to perform, and so do I. But being free when you feel like it.
Okay, well, Valentine's Day is for women. So I'm going to tell you one
Whatever.
thing. I'm going to tell you
That
what a
shit is
guy did to
unisex.
me.
That shit is
Well,
unisex.
ladies, I'm going to tell you one of the things that I absolutely love, and this guy and I are still really good friends to this day. He did a full. First of all, he took me to dinner. It was an amazing dinner. He took me to a beautiful concert, and we got back to his place. He did my own strip. I mean, I sat in a chair, and I've never had a dancer dance for me, but he danced for me. And when I tell you that this guy danced for me, it blew my mind. Absolutely.
Damn.
He had rose petals. He had wine, candle, music.
He had a thong, did he? He had a thong?
All of it.
He had a thong on?
Yes.
Oh, hell no. He had a thong on.
And it was amazing. And I've never had anybody do that for me since.
That's too much.
Oh my God. And so to me, when I talk about Valentine's Day, it's like, that's like one of the most memorable ones that
I'm sure.
in my mind. And every time I just go, wow, that was
So how was the after party?
Oh, honey, it was amazing.
After all that, it better have been.
It's one of those nights that's embedded in when I'm 80, I'm going to be playing back that moment.
Damn, that's what's
like
up.
a moment that plays in my mind. So I'm going to say to you, just like right now in this moment, I think about that. Ladies, if there's anything that you can do, especially because of COVID, we haven't been able to get out and do a lot of things that we wanted to do. And if you guys didn't see in the first half, Cedric kind of gave you a tour of his house with all the candles lit. And those are real candles, ladies. It's not fake candles. They're real candles. If you can set up a romantic evening for your husband, and to Cedric's point, get a pole, a mop, and just do something unique and different. That's all we're saying. We're not saying do anything, totally out of the way.
You know, most people don't realize how much of a sexy foreplay playground the kitchen can be. You have fruit in your refrigerator. You have whipped cream in your refrigerator. You have ice cubes in your freezer. You have things that can titillate your sexual, yearnings and feelings at that time. If you just, go outside your paradigm and just be different. The kitchen is sexy.
And you're right. And I'm going to you could put a little a blanket in the kitchen with some candles on the floor, and like you said, just kind of play around in the kitchen. I didn't think about that. Okay, okay, Cedric, good looking out. See, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I would take that little thing on the floor and simply blindfold her. Wow, that's sexy.
And then we gonna go down Sensation Lane.
She said the visual got to be the visual for your man, significant other.
Yes, because we are, I forget which side, low, left, right, but one is like more a visual component. That's the side the men are on.
Well, I'm on that side. I'm straight visual. I will totally blink out. And I'm going to tell you, so the first guy I fell in love with, and I'll say his first name, but not his last name, Gerald. And it was when I was in college. And I'm going to tell you, this guy was so romantic and went out of his way every single time just to make me feel special. But Valentine's Day, he did some special things, but every day. And I'm just going to say it was just the little things that he did. It wasn't the great big things, but he kind of set the tone for what it looks like to be in a relationship with somebody who loves you and they just do things.
Well, obviously, it didn't work out for him.
It didn't work out for him.
It didn't work out for him.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Christine today is not the Christine I was in my 20s. Okay? And he was older than me. And he had a child. But what I'm
you was a little wild hot ass back then, taking advantage of people.
No, I'm not going to say I was taking advantage. I'm going to say that I'm not the person that I am today. I will say that. I'm going to say I didn't appreciate it.
Okay. That's a very nice way of saying I know I was on some bullshit. That's a very nice way to say that. That is not true. I'm just going to say, but it's all good. Hey, at least you're honest.
Okay. Because, it is what it is. That's all I can tell you. But you know what? It was an experience. So the only
Exactly.
thing I can tell you, ladies, is this: is that I know at 20 I didn't appreciate all the special things he did for me. But when someone did it for me in the 30s, in my 40s, and now I'm in my 50s, now I understand. So I'm going to say a
Yes.
lot of times we don't appreciate what people are doing for us, and we tend to overlook it. And I'm going to tell you, since then, Cedric, as an adult, as I grew up, right, I had to call him and just tell him thank you. And he actually flew out here to Michigan. So we had a chance to talk as me, an adult. And he was
Mm-hmm.
kind of shocked at the person I have become, because I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the same person. And like I said
Mm-hmm.
before, he was older than me, but he really helped me understand what love was. And at the time, I wasn't paying attention. And so a lot of times, even when you're in your 40s and 50s, ladies, if you haven't truly experienced love, sometimes you can overlook a person's gestures and intent, and you're blowing it off like it's not that big of a deal. So you really need to pay attention, because it's not always the big things. It's just the small
That's
things.
right. That's right. They have
Yeah.
to unplug. People have to unplug from the matrix.
You know what? Don't talk. You know I love the Matrix. Don't do it.
Unplug from this make believe world of social media.
Yeah.
Everybody, flossing the newest this and the newest that.
Yeah.
They traveling here, they traveling there. The bottom line is everybody got problems. And the more
Yeah.
money, the more
More
problems for the
problems.
most part, or whatever.
Yep.
So people are chasing the wrong thing. They're chasing something that's basically will burn you out before you ever get to where you're trying to get to.
And
Then
I
what?
agree with you, because you know what is so funny, because the person I'm talking about, we've talked since I've gotten older, and one of the things that I didn't value is that we loved working in the yard together. We loved working in the
Mm.
house together. We loved doing renovations together. We loved a lot of the same things, and that's the same thing that I want now. But in my 20s, I didn't understand the importance of that, to have that much in common with someone and to just enjoy being with them. I just enjoyed sitting next to him. He didn't have to do anything. And he knew what I
Mhm.
was thinking. He knew what I wanted. I knew what he wanted. So the thing is that I value that now in my 50s, and that's exactly what I want. But guess what? If I was in the right mindset, I would be married to that person right now. Right? And so, but I'm going to say there's women right now who don't understand the value. The gift is not so important. It's the person. It's the time. It's the way they make you feel when they don't speak.
Exactly. Great point. Great
Yeah.
point.
And I think
That's
we
real.
overlook that, because you and I, we do real talk. And when we talk about things, it astonishes me the things that you admire or still recall from relationships that you've been in. And I mean, it's so detailed and so vivid. Sometimes I feel like I'm in that moment with you when you're talking about it. But that
Well,
tells me that it wasn't the other things, it was those little things.
and plus, I'm an Aquarian, so by nature, you know, we absorb whatever we're dealing with, and then we're going to pour everything we are into that same situation. So that's how I can
Right.
recall it, because I was in it. I breathed it. But I wouldn't change a thing. I
Because
wouldn't
those
change a
situations,
thing. The
and I wouldn't
highs,
change
the
anything
lows,
either.
huh?
Yep. I wouldn't change anything either.
I wouldn't change a
Yeah.
thing.
It makes us who we are, and that's one of the things I love about the experiences that we have in life. You learn from them, and it makes you who you are, and you grow from it. So now in my 50s, I know exactly what I want, and we already
See,
know what that
but
is.
that's a damn shame. You got to
Mhm.
get to your goddamn 50s to start to realize things.
But you know what, Cedric? And you're correct. Sometimes it takes, so I was so focused on school, raising my son, that I really didn't dive back into dating and thinking about those things about myself, because I was focused on, when I first moved back here, I took care of my parents. Then I took care of my son. You know what I mean? And then now he's an adult, he's in college, and now I'm thinking about myself, and I'm like, oh wow. It's an opportunity.
Everything that I heard you say, you were hiding behind an excuse.
No, it's not an
And the
excuse, it would
and
be.
but whatever. But the common denominator is on
Right.
everything was you.
Okay, but
Meaning,
Cedric, real
because
talk,
you had
as a single mom.
the power of choice on all the above.
But you know what? Real talk. When I'm going to school full time, I'm raising a child by myself, I'm working full time, and I'm helping my parents who are elderly. I don't have time to date. So a man wasn't at the top of my priorities, and more
I
importantly,
didn't.
I didn't have time to reflect.
You said dating. It just take one.
I can't date. I couldn't do one. Hey, Allison, thanks for joining us. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't. I didn't have time. But the point is now, my son's in college.
Okay, you didn't have time at that time, but between that time and 50, okay, there's a lot of middle area that you bullshit. No, that you could have figured it out long before now.
No, it was impossible. I mean, you forget. I have 4 degrees, a single parent. I started a company, then I started another company. I was working. But let me tell you something. All of that has gotten to this moment. But now I got free time.
In the midst of all that, couldn't no man fit in those scheme of things, huh?
You know what? That's why it's time for us to end the show.
Oh, it's getting hot on the host. The host getting hot. Now she running. Look at her run, y'all. Look at her run, y'all. Look at her run.
Look, the host is like, we're going to commercial and then we never come back. No, but let me tell you something. I think that's one of the things that I think sometimes people don't understand. When you're a single parent and you're raising your child, you don't have the luxury of dating, because if you have people going in and out of your house, what message are you sending? Especially me, I'm raising a boy. So I really wanted to pay a lot of attention to him. And if I wasn't serious about a person, I didn't want to let them into my space, right? But now that my son is an adult, my parents are no longer living, both of my companies are doing good. Guess what? I got time, but I had time to reflect too on what I really wanted. And honestly, it took until this time for me to figure out what I wanted. Allison said exactly. Allison's a single mom. She's an executive in finance, and it's a struggle sometimes. And Cedric, that's the thing. When you guys are dating women who have children, do you guys take that in consideration? Like, we're being pulled multiple ways, mentally and emotionally, trying to accommodate.
Definitely. I mean, when I'm a guy dating a mother or whatever, my job is to be her scapegoat, her Calgon, take her away someplace where she can just relax, laugh, and let me take care of you. So that's my whole role. Yeah, I already know that.
Okay, good. I'm glad. And on that note, we can end it. Now you know your role. There you go. Okay, listen, guys, thank you for watching this podcast with us of 5F's to Love. Cedric, as always, I love when you come on board. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you missed it a couple episodes back. It was Cedric's birthday. So Cedric, happy birthday. I mean, your birthday month was what, January?
January 21st in Aquarium.
But you're still celebrating, right?
I celebrate life every day.
I just want to say, everybody, I was in the middle of talking to some major clients, and Cedric texted me the other day and made it clear, you don't act like you forgot my birthday. Real talk. Right. Like that's how he does me. He doesn't even care if I'm talking to I could be talking to the president of the United States. Cedric don't care.
And this your boy calling. What's happening? This your boy calling. What's happening?
That's what he does. And if I don't answer, he sends me a text like, "What? You didn't answer? What?" I can only tell y'all, Cedric is one person I know that's going to keep me humble. Keep it real. It doesn't make a difference what I'm doing.
We're going to do that. So we're going to do that for sure.
Exactly. So Cedric, I owe you a drink. We got to definitely get together. I want to celebrate your birthday with you. And I know I have to come over with an awesome, awesome gift. And those who don't know it, Cedric collects these awesome bags. He loves these crossbody mail bags for men. They're absolutely nice leather or calf skin. So if you're looking to get your guys something, that's a great gift to get. And just to let you know, Shops on Top has some amazing men's bags. If you guys are looking for gifts for men, you guys can go to Shops on Top down at Eastern Market.
But most importantly, make sure your man can rock it. All bags are not created equal. Make sure he can wear it.
Okay, we're gonna be real. If you guys go to see Darren, he's gonna take care of you. And if you're looking something for your lady, you can always go to Modell's down at Shops on Top. She has some of the most amazing clothing down there. I absolutely love Tina and Darren. It's just absolutely, they have awesome gift ideas. So again, that's someplace locally. If you want to buy something from them, they will be happy to ship it to you as well. So again, Shops on Top. in Eastern Market. Please go check them out. And Cedric, thank you so much for joining me again on this segment of
No
5 F's to
problem.
Love.
No
Okay,
problem.
guys, I want to say we often look at different things that we can do to say I love you to the person that we're with. And we don't really take the time to listen to what's important to them. So I would just take a moment and just listen to what makes them feel special or what makes them feel loved, and see how you can recreate that moment for them. For me, it's white or yellow roses. I absolutely love them. And just a simple note, just to say I'm thinking about you, or I miss you, or I love you, or I look forward to seeing you. That makes my day. Just little simple things like that. So think about who it is that you're with and how you can make them feel loved or appreciated. And that's what every day is about, not just Valentine's Day. So thanks again for joining us here on the 5 F's to Love. And we'll see you next week where we have real talk with the men on 5 F's to Love.
My name is Christine Burkett, the inventor of the 5 F's to Love. This is a compatibility app. It's an app that gives you an opportunity to rate words that start with the letter F in chronological order of importance to you, to help you find your one true love, your soulmate, and the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So after you've taken the time to rate your F's in chronological order, you send a link to the person, I don't know, you just met, or the person you've been dating for quite some time. Or maybe it's the person you've been married to for 30 to 40 to 50 years. And then you compare your top 5 F's to find out what things you have in common and things that you may perhaps need to work on. This is taking a simplistic perspective